Good afternoon, everybody, and I'm Dan Williams, and on behalf of George Langevin Sports Video Productions, I'd like to welcome you to today's Game of the Week. It's the girls under 18 National Cup Finals match right here at the San Diego Polo Club fields. We've got two top teams going at it head-to-head, toe-to-toe to be crowned the girls under 18 National Cup champions. Action has started on the far sideline. Let's take a look at the two teams that are participating in today's National Cup Finals match. In the, we'll call it lime green jerseys and blue shorts, it's the Southern California Blues out of Dana Point, California. Their counterpart on the field today in the all green uniforms will be the Shamrocks from Mission Viejo, California. The game has started. We're underway. First half of play, no score, and let's take a look at the rosters for both teams. Shamrocks will be moving from left to your right. Southern California Blues will be defending the right-hand goal. First of all, goalkeepers for the games: Kirsten Roy, goalkeeper for the Blues. For the Shamrocks, her counterpart, Ricky Ann Serens, goalkeeper. And quickly now, the Shamrocks down deep in the Blues territory. They'll have an opportunity to put the ball back into play. Kelly Katangian is there along with Megan Orrick. Orrick takes a shot, sails high, nice hands by Kirsten Roy of the Blues, and they'll bring it back out with a nice kick, carries way downfield towards midfield, carrying on further, racing for it, one-on-one both teams. Good job by Susie Mora up against Vanessa Clark of the Blues. Goes out of bounds, and so the throw-in will be for the Shamrocks. Outside the touchline it goes. Ball will be awarded to the Blues, and that'll be number 4, Katie Ticehurst. Giving the duties over to Heather Aldama. Aldama with a quick throw-in, and we got some action right in front of us on the near sideline. 2-on-1 in favor of the Shamrocks. They take the ball control away from the Blues. Nice slide tackle attempt by Renee Peterson. Nice ball downfield. And now the ball is being played right here on the near midfield. Now taking it downfield for the Shamrocks is Abamonto. On the far sideline, that's Rowe being challenged by two Blues players, Hamoud and Briers. Ball goes outside of the line, and so that'll be a goal kick for the Blues, and they'll move the other way. Taking a look at the full roster now for the Southern California Blues out of Dana Point, California, wearing jersey number 2, senior Carrie Blodgett. Blodgett will be wearing jersey number 2. Jersey number 3 by senior Andrea Warner. Warner with number 3 on her back today. Number 4 will be jersey number 4, that is, Katie Ticehurst. She's a senior. Senior wearing number 5 will be Jill Pearson. Number 6, senior Renee Peterson. Peterson wearing jersey number 6. Number 7, Janelle Jesme. She is a junior. Twyla Kaufman, a junior. She'll be wearing jersey number 8. Vanessa Clark, junior. She'll be wearing jersey number 9. Senior wearing jersey number 10 is Marisa Zanetti, followed by jersey number 11 by senior Shelley Ferris. Number 13, senior Christine Gluck. Number 15, senior Summer Hamoud. Number 18 is worn by junior Corrine Briers, following out the round-out talented SC Blues team, senior number 20, Heather Aldama. So a full roster of seniors. This is going to be their last game as a senior. They'll be moving on to bigger and better things as they're all destined towards college campuses, and we'll go over those later on during the game. No score, first half of play. Blues versus Shamrocks, and in all green. We'll take a look at the Shamrocks roster as the ball is thrown in on the far sideline by Summer Hamoud. It goes right back out. Ball stays in the possession of the Blues, and they'll work their way downfield. For the Shamrocks, keeping for today's game, Ricky Ann Serens. followed by number 2. That'll be Susie Mora, a senior. Senior number 3, Corrine Inouye. Inouye, number 3 for the Shamrocks. Ball back in action on the far sideline, taken away by the Shamrocks. Now moving downfield. Back and forth the ball goes. Now picked up by Megan Orek. Whistle as a tumbled player goes down in the film of Renee Peterson. Ball will be awarded to the Blues, and they'll put the ball back into play just inside of the midfield line on the Shamrock side of the field. Marisa Zanetti puts the ball back into play. Nice ball down into the box area. Whistle blown and the ball awarded this time to the Shamrocks. So let's follow up with the rest of the roster for the Shamrocks. Wearing number 5, senior Sydney Leonard, followed by number 6, that is senior Kelly Katangian. Number 7, senior Megan Orek. Number 8, senior Ann Gialinardo. Number 10, senior Kim Abamato, and let's check that. Abamato is a junior. Kim Abamato, junior, wearing jersey number 10 for the Shamrocks. Number 12 is a senior, Lisa Casey. Now the ball brought down, whistle blown, foul given, awarded to the Blues. And they'll pick up where they left off last time out. Number 13, Amy Ayler, she's a senior, followed by number 14, senior Stacy Dillard. And for the Blues, it's Zanetti. Chip shots it down where a lot of people are, a lot of action, pinball. There was a shot attempt, too many people. Still right there, diving forward, goes outside. So for the Shamrocks, Ricky Ann Sarens doing what keepers need to do, sacrificing the body as it goes outside of the goal line after touching a Blues player. And good news for the Shamrocks, goal kick time for them as they'll bring the ball out. Ricky Sarens will do the honors to be able to bring the ball back out for the Shamrocks. Nice soccer-style kick. Good header by Warner for the Blues, and now there's a struggle in the pack, looking for control, and down goes Blues player Jill Pearson. And once again, the Blues are in position as they are going to set up for a kick downfield. Both teams lining up for positions. Blues offensively, Shamrocks defensively. And Marisa Zanetti will once again put the ball back into play. Indirect kick, so it has to touch another Blues players before it goes into the net. Nice ball right there, racing for it. Couldn't quite get to it, but Ricky Ann Sarens is there for the Shamrocks, and she'll send the ball back out. Rounding out the roster for the Shamrocks, number 18, Stacy Roberts. She's a senior, followed by senior Kristen Rowe. And we're going to check the pronunciation of that name right now. Action on the far sideline. So no score in this one, as both teams are trying to figure out exactly how to crack the defensive wall of both teams. Kristen Rowe is correct pronunciation. Always want to make sure that we get good pronunciation for the athletes that are on the field. So 27, Kristen Rowe, senior for the Shamrocks. So that rounds out both teams. Head coach for the Blues is Hugh McDonald. Check that, Hugh Donald. Mr. Donald in his first year of coaching the Blues. His counterpart for the Shamrocks, Rich Abamanto. Blues now picking it up with the help of Jill Pearson, being challenged nicely by Ann Gialinardo. Down deep in the corner. Cleared out now by Stacy Roberts. That'll go outside the touchline. And so, once again, the Shamrocks being able to shut down the offensive attack of the Blues, slowing it down temporarily by getting the ball outside the touch lines. So this time it goes past the goal line, but it's off the foot of a Shamrocks player, so that becomes a corner kick for the Blues. And for the first time today, one of the teams gets a chance to put it into play. Shot on goal from way outside. It's going to be wide of the far post, and so Ricky Ann Sarens is able to pick up the ball, and she'll center it down for a goal kick and send it the other way. Well, there's two opportunities that you have in the corner kicks. That is to send it high and bending right away from the corner, or in the case of the Blues that time, it was a quick pass to one of the forwards and a shot on goal from that time. That's what they chose to do. Sailed wide. But that's what both teams are going to want to do all day today, is shot attempts. That's going to be very, very important all day long. It's a law of statistics, probabilities out here. The more shots on goal that you have, the higher the chance you are to put the ball in the net. And, of course, for both of them, that's what they want to do today. On the line today, the girls under 18 National Cup Championship right here in the San Diego Polo Fields. This is a beautiful facility to play soccer in. Normally it's used for polo action. There's a long distance shot. It's going to sail wide of the far post. And so the Shamrocks try and do some damage from long distance, but fails to connect as the ball's sent sailing wide. So it becomes a goal kick for the Blues, and they'll move back and go the other way. So this is a beautiful facility. The turf right here at the polo grounds is immaculate. It's a Bermuda blend, very hardy. And when it's watered and a lot of sun, it is absolutely beautiful conditions. The turf is very well maintained. It is short as Bermuda is normally kept. Very firm, hard surface. The ball carries very nicely. So for quick teams who have good passing attacks, this is a very, very nice field to play on. Both teams want to be able to use the field effectively. One of the big major advantages for a team that can pass effectively is control of the game. The use of the wide field spreads out the defenses, allowing for cracks to appear, and thus allowing for the offensive attacks to be successful. Right now, no score, 0-0 with the Blues against the Shamrocks. Girls under 18 National Cup Championship. So with action stopped on the far sideline, taking a look at the full support roster for both teams, mentioned head coach Hugh Donald for the Blues, manager Lois Blodgett, and on the Shamrock side, the manager is Kathy Katangian. Teams now playing on the far sideline, goes outside of the touch line, and so it's awarded to the Shamrocks. These two teams are no strangers to one another as they play in the same league, Girls Under 19 Premier out of the Coast League. And the past season, both teams played one another 2 times, and they have a split decision. Blues coming away with a win 3-0. Shamrocks coming away with a win during league play 2-0. So they very, very much are well aware of each other's strengths and weaknesses. During League Cup play, the Blues lost to the Shamrocks in penalty kicks. And that's where we stand right now. Nice ball coming out. Picked off nicely by Amy Ayler. Now there's a nice trap and a carry through by the Blues, now picked up by Marisa Zanetti. Zanetti sends the ball downfield, but that's headed nicely by Katangian. Sails outside of the touchline, and of course that ball goes back to the Shamrock. They are in the all green. Have a slight breeze blowing here today. It's actually settled down. It's been blue skies all day today. Started out early this morning, no wind at all by mid-games, and we were here all day today. By noontime, the wind was blustering. Very, very difficult for the teams to be working on the field, getting that ball up into the air. Nice ball picked up right there by Pearson. And at the last minute, it's cleared out nicely by the Shamrocks. So Pearson had an opportunity, and now we see some nice... And so the throw-in comes on the near sideline to the Blues. That's number 20, Heather Aldama. And now good close-up action right in front of us as it goes off the thigh of Christine Gluck. So the ball goes back over to the Shamrocks, and the duties is Amy Ayler as she's looking for a throw-in. And we'll check out her style right here. Shamrocks now on the attack, defending the Blues. Blues defense holds, and they clear it out nicely, going back deep. Nice ball by Katie Teisers as it's sent way downfield. Now coming to the middle. Crossing over to the far sideline, picked up by the Shamrocks defensively. Now footwork by Megan Orak. Once again, Blues now looking for penetration. Andrea Warner back out to Katie Teisers, being challenged and cleared out by the Shamrocks. Nice ball back out from Zanetti to Aldama. Aldama now sends it down into the corner, racing for it. Pearson versus Gia Leonardo for the Shamrocks. That goes outside of the goal line. So a goal kick comes for the Shamrocks. So we mentioned both teams no strangers to one another. They play in the same league. Both of them playing up a division in the under-19 Premier out of the Coast League. Blues won one of the games during the season. Shamrocks won another one of the games during the season. In League Cup play, the Blues lost to the Shamrocks in penalty kicks. And so they are very, very well known. In the Nomad tournament, it was the Blues losing to the Shamrocks in the quarterfinals of the playoff. And so the Blues are out to prove to the Shamrocks that they can take a game away from them, and they'd love to be able to take this game away from them, because by taking this game and getting the win, that would crown the Blues the girls under 18 National Cup champions. And right now, once again, the Blues in a good position to be able to put the ball into the box. We'll see what happens right here with Marisa Zanetti. Zanetti puts the foot on the ball, sends it nicely, just misses up high. So that sails above high, carried a little bit too far for her, sailed above the crossbar, and so the ball comes back out and moves the other way. No score, Shamrocks nothing, Blues nothing.
I mean, if we get enough growth, okay, just like maybe like...
Substitution, leaving the game, number 6, Kelly Katangian. We'll check the substitution coming in for the Blues, so let's check that. That's number 6, Renee Peterson. Peterson is out of the game. Number 7 is Janelle Jesme. So Jesme, fresh legs for the Blues. So both teams are on the opposite sides of the fields. All the spectators required to stay on the west side of the field. The players and coaches on the east side of the field. Teisers trying to send a ball down to Aldama. Can't quite get there, but coming back for it is Aldama versus Ayler. Ball awarded back to the Shamrocks, and they'll move the other way. So both of the teams looking to control the game by a nice passing attack. They want to use the whole field, spread out the defenders so they can find a crack to attack offensively. Nice header by Teisers, brings it back down. Whistle once again awarded to the Shamrocks, and so they'll move it back down. Nice ball by the Shamrocks as it carries through. Now looking for some help is Stacy Dillard. Dillard one-on-one with Corrine Briers. Briers
I know you do.
So the goal kick comes out with Kirstine Roy. Kirstine Roy, good goalie. Doesn't quite get a big foot on that one. So the ball comes back down into the Blues territory. And right there, Kirsten Roy is there. Picks it up nicely, and she'll send it back the other way. Nice booming kick that time. Got all of it. That carries way downfield on the far sideline. Both teams now trying to get control of the ball. Racing in the corner is Hamoud. Hamoud is over there. It goes off of a Shamrocks player, and so Hamoud looks for a throw in deep in the far corner for the Blues. Play on off the handball, calls the referee, and so now it's cleared out. Goes outside the touchline, so once again, the Blues with the advantage down deep in the Shamrocks territory. Picked up by Hamoud. Hamoud trying to work her way down. Whistle blown, and now Hamoud puts the ball on the ground for the Blues player. Heather Aldama. Aldama looks like she'll do the duties for the Blues as she's in control of the ball right now. Both teams moving around. Aldama into the box, headed out nicely by Abamonto. Abamonto right there defensively for the Shamrocks. Ball comes back in. Can't quite get the handle on it, so it's picked up by the Blues, and they'll bring it back down.
Did you confront your friend?
Right there for the Shamrocks. Sarens picks up the ball, waits for her teammates to get back into position, and then she'll send the ball off. No score, Shamrocks versus Blues. Girls under 18 National Cup action. This is the finals match here in San Diego, California. Beautiful day, as we said, on a beautiful field. We got a full line of spectators. This is the most spectators I have seen in a long time. They are lined completely from goal to goal, corner to corner. Now shot on goal, just sails wide. Jill Pearson puts the foot on the ball, sends it hard and high, just sails far and wide of the far crossbar.
Nikki.
And so Pearson, good scoring opportunity from just outside the box. Can't connect for the Blues, and so for the Shamrocks, they'll take over and put the ball back into play. Ricky Ann Sarens, keeper for the Shamrocks, will put the foot on the ball. And we're back into play with no score in the first half. Outside of the touchline, ball awarded to the Shamrocks. So we've got a head referee, handles the entire field, makes calls both fouls, keeps time on the field. Linesman, one on the near side, one on the far side, handles, with the help of the referee, substitution play, but also can call fouls, as well as handle the touchline calls in possession changes. Action on the far sideline as that's off the body of Gia Leonardo. Hamoud with the throw-in. Shot on goal from way out. That will sail wide. Right there racing for it to help out was Vanessa Clark. That was off the foot of Katie Ticehurst. Vanessa Clark was running to help out, couldn't quite get there, sails wide to the near post. And so Sarens once again puts the ball back in play. And for the Blues, they are out in front in the fact that they have got shots on goals. Of course, there's no score in the game, and of course, scoreboard is what you look at. But it's only a matter of time, and that's a nice ball sent downfield, challenge 2-on-1. Amy Ayler cannot handle the defense of the Blues as she goes down, and it goes back the other way. Blues now, nice ball, a nice header back the other way once again by Kim Abamonto. Shamrock, that's off the foot of Andrea Warner, so the ball goes back to the Shamrocks. So both teams doing a good job defensively. Nod goes to the Blues right now for shot attempts on goal, and I'm telling you, long term over this time of a game, that's going to make a difference. Shamrocks got to step it up a little bit and bring the ball back down offensively and start taking some shots on goals themselves. You can't score without taking shots. Nice flip throw by Amy Ayler. And now action inside the penalty box area. Trying to clear it are the Blues. Back out. That's a nice pass attack right there as they are able to bring it down effectively. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. Jill Pearson battling Leonardo. And whistle blown. So it was a challenge of the Blues versus the Shamrocks. Gia Leonardo right at the penalty area. And that's inside the penalty box area.
There's two down here, Chris.
And so they spot it just outside of the box area, but they still have an opportunity to put the ball in the net on this one. Both teams lining up for the Shamrocks defensively. Here comes the kick. Chip shot looking for some head action. Cleared out by the Shamrocks. So they were looking a header. They got one, but it was by a Shamrocks player defensively, and so it cleared the ball out of the Shamrocks box area. Now coming back down, racing for the ball. Right there is Ricky Ann Sarin. So there was two Blues players racing for control of the ball. Right there also was Sarin. She was able to pick it up and clear it back out. Running after it is Kim Abamonto. Can't quite get it, so the ball goes back the other way. Let's take a look at how both of these teams got here to this finals match. In the quarterfinals match, there were still 8 teams live. Shamrocks Blues a part of that 8-team matchup. Ball awarded to the Shamrocks, and they're starting to drive down themselves. In the quarterfinals, it was the Shamrocks versus Whittier. Shamrocks out on top of that one, 2-0. It was the Spirit 3 versus the Revolution 1 in their quarterfinal matchup. For the Blues, they were up against the Strikers. They came out on top 4-1, followed by the Blazers up against the Swoosh. And there's a tumble by both players. I tell you what, the nice thing about this turf is it's soft. You're going to be seeing that all game. We've actually seen it in game after game. These are aggressive players. They play clean, good sportsmanship, but they're going to take a tumble now and then. That's just nature of the game. Now for the Shamrocks, they've got an opportunity to try and have some action in front of the goal box. There it is, headed out nicely. Still a lot of action right in front of the goal box. Now cleared out by the Blues. So it started out by a header by one of the Blues players just outside the goal line, and then it just carried on downfield. So give credit to a good, strong defensive play by the Blues, and now the Shamrocks bringing it down. Nice takeaway. Summer Hamoud takes the ball away on the far sideline. Hamoud right there for the Blues, chips it. Nice effort, one-on-one, and now they're going to give the ball to the Shamrocks. Good effort by both team members. Good action right here in the first half of play. No score, Shamrocks nothing, and the Blues nothing. Shamrocks now on the offensive attack. Being challenged is Hamoud, now deep in the corner. Shamrocks trying to pass the ball to Abamonto. Can't get there, and so now the goal kick comes up. It goes back the other way. So the winners in the quarterfinals were Shamrocks 2-1, Spirit 3-1, Blues 4-1, and the Blazers 3-1. Nice ball up by the Blues. Close-up action. Nice work by Vanessa Clark. Clark tries to send it to the middle. Nobody there. Shamrocks takes it back the other way. Zanetti sends it down now to the corner. Nice header. I'll tell you what, Kim Abamonto, the junior on the Shamrocks, is doing an excellent job defensively. Time and time again, she's been there defensively, and 9 times out of 10, she's used her head effectively. And a nice header shot to ricochet the ball. Now there's a nice ball down there. That's from Gluck. Gluck down there to Clark, and then being challenged by Mora. So there's some nice action right in the near corner. 2-on-2, Blues versus Shamrocks, and now Shamrocks and Blues pick up the ball, racing for it. Pearson. Roberts for the Shamrocks, trying to lead the ball down the sideline. It's Jesme versus Leonardo. Jesme versus Leonard, and now the ball is shot down, and right there for the Blues. Good job by Kirsten Roy as she dives for control of the ball. For the Shamrocks, it was a charging Lisa Casey. But Kirsten Roy was able to get there first, and now the ball goes back the other way on the far sideline. Down in the corner, racing Janelle Jesme. Can't quite get there, and it's a goal kick. So from the quarterfinals, it was 4 teams that moved on to the semifinals. And in the semifinals, we found the Shamrocks up against the Spirit, and it was the Blazers going up against the Blues. Substitutions now coming in for the Blues. Substitutions for the Shamrocks as well. We'll check on those numbers as soon as we can, but fresh legs have come in for both the Blues and the Shamrocks. Nice ball by the Shamrocks going down the far sideline. 2-on-1, nice pass picked up by Andrea Warner. Whistle blown, ball awarded back to the Shamrocks, and they'll move the other way. So taking a look at who's on the field right now for the Blues. Jill Pearson is out there. We see Katie Ticehurst along with Summer Hamoud. Corrine Byers is out there, as well as Heather Aldama. Vanessa Clark for the Blues. Zanetti is out there. Christine Gluck. And so from the far, far sideline, the wind is blowing now right in the Shamrock person's face, and that's a good throw. You saw it got hung up there, and I'll tell you what, is Amy Ayler has a great flip throw in, but what happens is that the wind is very, very strong coming across. So Amy Ayler, or really anybody who's got a throw in from the far sideline, has got a tough job. Same way with corner kicks, because the wind is very, very strong. It's a easterly flow, what they call an onshore flow. It's moving from the west to the east, which is right across the face of this field. And so the throw-ins from the far side are going to get caught up, if they're high in the sky, by the wind. And you saw that on the throw-in by Amy Ayler. It died up in the air, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to keep the balls low, or at least on the corner kicks, have enough power to get the ball slicing through the air, and I think you're going to see that happen. Now two players collide, and I only chuckle because it was unintentional, and both of them being aggressive, they both got up very easily, and we move on. So we see it time and time again. It's really enjoyable to be able to see the sportsmanship and the aggressiveness on these athletes that are out here. Very, very much top-notch play. Both of those athletes running after it. You're seeing Sydney Leonard as well as Corrine Briers. Briers now jogging for the ball as it goes way out there. Well, I can't get it because you're in the way, buddy. So each of these teams made it to the semifinals. We mentioned the Shamrocks and the Spirit. They were up against one another, as well as the Blues and the Blazers. Shamrocks beat the Spirit 3-1. Blues outlasting the Blazers 3-0. And that's where we are right now in finals play. It's the Shamrocks versus the Blues in the girls under 18 National Cup Finals. Great team, great game that we've got going on. Both teams trying to figure out one another defensively, trying to find the weaknesses in the defensive wall to be able to put the ball in the net. Neither team being able to find that right now, but it only takes one magic play to put a ball in the net. So it's a slide tackle and a warning given to the Shamrock player. Number 5, Sydney Leonard, being warned by the referee not to be too aggressive on that play. The key for the referee is to determine whether or not the type of play that's out on the field can cause potential injury, that it's an unsafe type of action. In that case, he felt it was unsafe, and he warned number 5, Sydney Leonard, about it. There's a nice ball downfield, but keeping defensive position and nice ball in control is for the Blues. Now good close-up action right here. Can't get to the ball is Carrie Blodgett, and so the ball goes over to Amy Ayler. Ayler with a nice throw-in, headed back by the Blues. Nice footwork by Vanessa Clark. Clark bringing the ball downfield all by herself. Can't quite get the pass over to Aldama, and so the ball goes back the other way. No score in this one as we are in the first half of play. Down goes the Shamrock player. Well, with the jerseys just on the back side of the shirt, if we're not catching an eyeful when something happens, got to wait till they turn around, and in that case, had to wait until Kelly Katangian turned around to see that it was her who found the turf. The saying here in Del Mar, and we're just about a mile away from the racetrack, is it's where the turf meets the surf, and I'll tell you what, you got some of the best looking turf in San Diego County right here at the San Diego Polo Club. We are at the fields, and a few times a year they're able to turn the fields into numerous very, very well-groomed soccer fields. And of course, for this type of action, Soccer Cup, in this case the National Cup for the girls under 18, a worthy place to play it. Can't ask for a better day. Wind's maybe a little bit too brisk. You like to see it maybe a little bit calmer. Amy Ayler on the far sideline, and let's see if she does a flip throw. Looks like she's going to. She's going to have to try and keep it a little bit farther down. She gets it up too high, it gets hung up in the air. Won't be able to get it quite there. Let's see what she can do. Here's her style. That's a nice throw. Dives a little bit, though, as you saw, right there at the outside of the penalty box area. Good aggressive play on both teams, and now the ball skips out. Abamonto passes outside in the corner, picking it up, Amy Ayler. Ayler to the middle, looking for a shot on goal was Kristen Rowe. Rowe took a tumble. Good defense by the Blues. It goes way down the other way. Now bringing the ball down with a nice pass across. Can't quite get there. Carrie Blodgett was the intended recipient of the pass. Couldn't hang on to it as it was a little bit in front of her, went past her, and so the Shamrocks and Sirens was able to pick up the ball and move it back the other way. Now trying to break through the defenders is Susie Mora. Outside to Kim Abamonto. It's going to be off of the Blues, and that's Summer Hamoud. Hamoud now challenging right back. Hamoud now with the ball, looking for someone to pass to. So that's off the body of Kristen Rowe, and it goes back the other way. Ball back in on the other side. Back and forth the ball goes, so it's far side action. Now the ball comes down to the middle. Stopper right there for the Blues. Sends it back the other way. Whistle blown. Unsafe action called against the Blues. So the Shamrocks now pick it up as the wind picks up. And they'll go back into play. No score. First half of play. Shamrocks nothing, Blues nothing. Pass on the ground by Orick. Back to Orick, trying to split three defenders, can't handle the pressure. Shamrocks, though, with the ball still in hand, down in the corner. That's Katanjian versus Hamoud, and Hamoud is able to take the ball away. And that's going to stay inside the touchline. No, goes outside the touchline just before midfield, and so the Shamrocks will have to start over. Hamoud doing a good job for the Blues defensively down in the corners. Hamoud with the header right there, goes outside of the touchline, trying to slow down the pace of the Shamrocks. So the official on the field keeps the time for this game. His three whistles will indicate at this point in time the end of the first half of play. Throwing on the ground this time, picked up by Abamonto. Crossing pass right there, sure hands of Kirsten Roy. Kirsten not happy at all with that kick. She grimaced as that went off of her foot and out of bounds before the midway point. So that'll go back to the Shamrocks. Kirsten is a very tall athlete. Got sure hands, can jump high, good vertical jump. She can jump up easily and pass the crossbar. That's what you want to do. Got a good strong leg on her. When she gets a hold of it all the way, she looks good. There's another flip throw by Amy Ayler. You don't see that very often. Good attempt by the Shamrocks. That flip throw came in from Amy Ayler, and there's a nice throw. It was a carry through kick by Megan Orick. Megan trying to sneak one past Kirsten Roy, but Kirsten was right there. Nice ball downfield, racing for it. Blodgett being challenged now. And so in the corner, Heather Aldama. And passing over the duties to Hamoud. So Hamoud, back and forth it goes. Foul call awarded back to the Shamrocks, so they'll move the other way. Let's take a look at the Shamrocks. As a team, they themselves have 3 Far West regional titles to their name. They claimed the Far West regional title in 1991, 93, and 95. In 1996, they came in a very respectable 3rd place. Shamrocks themselves have claimed 5 National State Cup titles. They're going for their 6th one right here today. They've claimed it in 90, 91, 93, 95, and 96, and they're right here hoping, going up against the Blues, that they can capture their 6th National State Cup title. Coast League Cup titles, they've got 4 of them. And Coast League titles, they've got 5 of them. They've got 39 major tournament championships under their belt. And so they are a very, very, very successful team, and they are used to pressure. Now there's a nice throw. See, that's helped by the wind right in her back there. So when Amy Ayler throws the ball in from the near side here, it's going to help her. And that 3 whistles indicates the end of the first half. Both teams still haven't figured out how to crack the defensive shell of one another. And so we end the first half of play. Shamrocks nothing, Blues nothing. We'll be back to start the second half in just a moment. We are underway, second half of this great girls under 18 National Cup Finals. It is another 45 minutes. We're going to enjoy the Blues versus the Shamrocks. No score after the first half. And so with the second half underway, the teams now switch directions in which they play. Now moving from right to left will be the Shamrocks in the all green. Defending the left-hand goal is Kirsten Roy and the Blues. They'll then be moving from left to right. And action picks back up in midfield. Both teams still trying to figure out how to crack the defense of one another's teams. 2 years ago, back in 1995, both these teams played in the State Cup Finals as under 16-year-olds. And very similar things happened during that time period as we see right now. After the full regulation play, it was 0-0. They had to end up going into overtime, and it was during the overtime period where the Shamrocks scored 3 goals and ended up winning the State Cup Championship 3-0 under girls under 16 at that time. So these teams are back, and they are playing shot on goal right there for the Shamrocks. Abamonto. So a swinging leg by the Blues. Looked like for a moment there might be an opportunity for the ball to go in the net, but once again, Kim Abamonto, who has a younger daughter playing on the Mirage in Mission Viejo, is right there defensively. Kim Abamonto, the only junior on this Shamrocks team, doing a fine, fine job defensively. So Sarens for the Shamrocks puts the ball back into play. Nice soccer-style kick. And now trying to break away, being challenged nicely. So it was a nice attempt by Lisa Casey to break away for the Shamrocks, but she could not shake the defenders of the Shamrocks. And now for the Blues, goes down, and she might be hurt. Jill Pearson, who was splitting the defenders right at the top of the penalty box area, shaking up her lower back. She's up and she's walking around. She'll stay in the game. And so just outside the penalty box area on a free kick, direct kick it can be. And now lining up the wall are the Shamrocks, and it's going to be Summer Hamoud to put the ball into play. Hamoud's going to be looking to pass the ball off as the wall is just too much right there. Shot on goal. Nice save. So it was a shot on goal attempt by the Blues. It sailed up and over the Shamrocks wall. It was bending towards the near post, and it was a diving Ricky Ann Sarens who was able to keep the ball from rolling inside the goal line. And what a great save defensively for the Shamrocks. Now the ball is awarded on the far sideline to the Shamrocks, and they'll pick it up and move it back. Big time play by Ricky Ann Sarens. So the ball's thrown in from the far sideline once again. Amy Ayler with the flip throw, and now cleared out. Those are tough shots to handle because you never know how the ball's going to bounce. If the ground is hard right in that goal box area, it just might bounce a little higher than the keeper might think, and I've seen it go right over the keeper's heads before where they misjudged the ball. You got to really come up and attack those types of balls sometimes. Good effort by Gia Leonardo. Whistle blown, and so now the ball goes back to the Blues as they try and move a little closer. Full house here watching the Girls Under 18 National Cup Finals. You look down the sidelines, and from corner to corner, we are lined up with fans, spectators, family, and friends. We're watching a great, great game. No score as we are in the second half of play. 45 minutes is the half, and that's what's left, minus about 5, so we're about the 40-minute mark. Ball comes in looking for action. Shot on goal, and once again it's Abamonto, the tall one, defensively for the Shamrocks. Both of the teams tumble down, and of course that is Hamoud versus Casey, and both of them tumble on the far sideline. Ball awarded to the Shamrocks, and they'll throw it in on the far sideline. Back and forth the ball goes. So the ball free, teams racing for it. Whistle blown, ball awarded to the Shamrocks as the wrestle takes place by both teams. And so with the ball in hand, Kelly Katangian will take it on and put the ball back into play. She's going to be looking for a bounding ball. There it is, looking for a header coming up from somebody. And right there for the Blues, Kirsten Roy. For both teams, which consists of mainly seniors, and of course the Blues actually have 4 juniors to the Shamrocks 1, means so close-up action right there. And right there, that is going to be a yellow card. Surprising that it should have been a red card, because number 6, Kelly Katangian, showing off her aggressions as she takes a punch almost at number 5, Jill Pearson. Very disappointing to see that type of action out here on the field. And I think if the referee would have seen it with his own eyes, he would have red carded Kelly Katangian and taken her out of the game. Summer Hamoud with a kick, looking for a header. Ball still open, trying to clear it out. Hamoud now picked up by Warner. And the whistle blows. And Albamonte called for the foul, and so now the Blues take over. So it looks like Jill Pearson is okay. She's up and still in the game. I think she's a little shocked at what happened right there. We'll move on. Yellow card issued to Kelly Katangian, and so the game continues. Shot on goal, looking forward, and right there a diving Ricky Ann Sarens keeps the ball from going in the goal, and so now the Green Shamrocks move back the other way. No score. We are 10 minutes into play in the second half. Now the Blues coming back, looking for a shot on goal. Racing forward is right there. Heather Aldama was racing for the Blues. trying to catch Sarens off guard. Katanjian sends the ball down nicely. Racing for it and picking it up is Ayler. Ayler now being challenged, and that's sent outside the goal line. So it becomes a goal kick for the Blues, and we'll move it the other way. So as we grow in the late afternoon, looks like high-level clouds off the ocean are starting to pierce the coastline. Sun now being overshadowed by the clouds, and immediately we feel a coolness come onto the grounds here. And so what was a very, very warm sunny day starts now to cool down. And with the wind in place, the chill factor, it makes it exceptionally cool. There's a kick, can't go very far, headed. Ball awarded back to the Blues, so it was headed off of Stacy Dillard. But it would have been a no-go anyway, as the whistle is called, and it goes back to the Blues, moving from left to right. Good close-up action right in front of us, 2-on-1. Ball awarded to the Blues, and they'll move down. So it was a fighting Jill Pearson being challenged 2-on-1 by the Shamrocks. Blues retain control of the ball. Nice curving ball back by Zanetti. Ball once again awarded to the Blues. So the Blues are moving their way down. Hamoud will have the ball on the ground to place a kick. And once again, it's the Blues with an offensive attack setting up. Hamoud tries to send it in there, looking for a header. Good job once again by Kim Abamonto, and she's been doing that all game long. Coming up, stepping up big time. Once again, using her head to clear the ball out for the Shamrock. Good close-up action right in front of us at midfield. Up and over goes the ball. That'll be awarded out to the Shamrocks, and they'll move down. The skills of Angie Leonardo sends the ball in. Passing, looking for a shot on goal, gets by. So it was the pass across the face of the goal. Nobody there for the Shamrocks, and Kirsten Roy able to bring the ball back out for a goal kick, and the Blues will move the other way. Let's take a look at the rosters once again as we are in the second half of play. 45 minutes is what started. We are about 14 minutes into this second half, and we'll take a look at the rosters. Also like to let you know that a lot of the seniors are playing their last game for both teams. These seniors, very talented as they are, for the most of them, they'll be moving on to collegiate play. And now the ball's being picked up right there by Sarens. In last year's Blues team, all the seniors, and check this out, on the Blues team, all the seniors went on to play Division I college soccer. Very, very impressive. And wait till you hear the types of schools that are picking up these talented girls on both sides of the ball. For the Blues, goalkeeper Kirsten Roy will be headed to the University of California at Irvine. Carrie Blodgett is going to San Luis Obispo. Andrea Warner heading to USC. Now we're seeing the Shamrocks trying to pick the ball back up and bring it downfield. Good close-up action right in front of us. Christine Gluck tries to move the ball down. And so going back the other way is the Blues. Marisa Zanetti right there and centered in the top of the penalty box area for the Shamrocks, the big defender, Kim Abamonto. Nice ball driving deep, looking for some action, and it's Abamonto ping-ponging her way through a group of defenders. No score, Shamrocks nothing, Blues nothing. So corner kick time for the Blues. They've got the win added at their back. They're going to try and bend the ball down and look for some header action. Nice ball. Yeah, it's headed, but it's high. That's what they wanted to do. It was a nice ball brought in by Aldama. Jill Pearson put her head on the ball, but it sailed high and wide of the near post. And so the Shamrocks will bring it back and move the other way. That was a textbook play. That's what you wanted. And for the Blues, they're going to put that in memory and try and replay it again later in this half. So for the Shamrocks, Sarens will bring it back out into play at a goal kick. Ball lifted up. And so the ball's awarded to the Shamrocks on a shove, and it'll go the other way. So continuing to look at the types of quality players, where the soccer is heading for these girls. Katie Ticehurst for the Blues will be heading to USC. Jill Pearson, Fresno State. Renee Peterson, Cal State Fullerton. Marisa Zanetti will go to Cal State Berkeley. Christine Gluck to the University of Nebraska. Summer Hamoud will go to UCLA. And Heather Aldama will go to Santa Clara. So some pretty impressive credentials on collegiate-bound athletes that will be leading this Blues team. The four juniors that remain will be Janelle Jesme, Twyla Kaufman, Vanessa Clark, and Corrine Bryers. So on a tumble that we've seen very regularly today, the ball awarded back down to the Shamrocks, and they'll take control of the ball. For the Shamrocks, let's take a look at where their athletes will be going. We'd like to first of all congratulate all the Blues players in their pursuit for academic excellence, as well as their continuation in support of soccer here in the United States. Nice ball over by Abamonto, and it's carried down deeply into the Blues territory, and right there for both, it's going to be Zanetti versus Casey. And it goes the other way. For the Shamrocks, goalkeeper Ricky Ann Sarens headed to the University of Maryland to play soccer. Susie Mora will be going to USC. Corrine Inouye will be going to Arizona State. Sydney Leonard will be going to Cal Poly. Kelly Katangian will go to University of Colorado. Megan Orrick to USC. And Gia Leonardo will go to University of Arizona. Lisa Casey, Sacramento State. Amy Ayler, USC. Stacy Diller, Drury College. Stacy Roberts, Loyola Marymount. Kristen Rowe, not committed right yet, as she's still trying to figure out her options. And the lone junior on this team, Kim Abamonto, she'll be back next year to give good support defensively for the Shamrocks team. So both of these teams will be going through the rebuilding stage next year, bringing on new players, bringing them up from lower levels. And it'll be a corner kick now with Aldama in the corner. Win with her back. Sends a nice ball in, looking for some action. Cleared out at the last minute by you-know-who, Abamonto, and now it's cleared out. Trying to be sent back the other way, and I'm telling you, time and time again, the big defensive star has to be given to Kim Abamonto of the Shamrocks right now, because she is playing big time right inside the middle of the goal box area. Time and time again, she's been able to deny the Blues of scoring threats. So the Shamrocks on the far sideline, and they'll be throwing in the ball. There they go. Moving in back of us, we're at the polo fields, and right now you see a nice another throw, and that's a good strong throw in, and right there coming up big time, Kirsten Roy. So what normally is a tough throw into the wind was a good strong throw by Amy Ayler. Got inside the box area, but big time play. Kirsten Roy took charge and said, "This is my ball," and comes back the other way. Now moving back is number 7, Megan Orrick, and she'll bring it out to the corner. So anyway, we've got a loud tractor in the background. We are on the polo grounds, and they're aerating the field right now. So every once in a while, you'll hear what might sound like a freight train going by us, and in reality, it's a tractor which has some pretty darn big spikes in it, moving rapidly, and they're putting 3- and 4-inch holes all throughout the ground here to get the grass a little bit more aerated. Coming summertime, they need to do that. Nice throw in, another good one. Can't quite make it to anybody. And so it goes back the other way. So the grass is Bermuda, and from time to time, in order to get oxygen down into the roots of the grass, they need to aerate the playing fields. And so they've got this tractor that probably has about 30 or 40 big spikes on it, randomly moving in succession, and they're moving down the field. And right behind us, they are doing that, and I'm sure after we leave the fields over the next couple days, they'll be doing the same thing to this entire 60 acres of prime turf. Can't ask for better turf here. This is excellent play. It's professional level, professional quality, and we're glad to be playing on it today. So the score remains 0-0. Shamrocks versus the Blues in this girls under 18 National Cup Finals match. The winner of today's match will be crowned just that, the girls under 18 national champions. And for 5 consecutive years, it's been the Mission Viejo Shamrocks been able to have that National State Cup title. 90, 91, actually missed 92, went on and claimed it in 93, lost it in 94, came back in 95 and 96, and now they're trying in 97. It was in that 1995 year that the Shamrocks went up against this Southern California Blues team, and we mentioned it earlier, it was a 0-0 tie after regulation, went into overtime, and boy, more and more, it looks like this just might be a carbon copy of that, as both teams have not been able to penetrate the defense of each team. So for the Shamrocks, number 10, Kim Abamonto, will be doing the honors and kicking off. Abamonto, we mentioned earlier, has a younger sister playing for the Mission Viejo Mirage. Ball back into play on the near sideline. Lining up for the throw, it'll be wind aided. And so Ayler will do her duties, and the parents are having to move their chairs and stand up as they allow her to do the flip throw. Not quite enough muscle on that, but a good header. And a lot of action, goes up big time. So Kim Abamonto went high with the header, but just as high was Kirsten Roy. Roy comes down with the save and takes control of the game, and now it'll be the Blues moving back the other way. So we mentioned that it's Megan Abamonto who's on the Mission Viejo Mirage in the girls under 16 division. They came out on top in their finals match today, beating the Trackers of Bakersfield 2-1 in a very, very good game that was covered by George Langevin Productions earlier today. You are watching the Game of the Week, being brought to you by George Langevin Sports Video Productions, your Game of the Week specialists. And we've got a good one going on right here. Southern California Blues versus the Mission Viejo Shamrocks. Two teams who know each other very, very well. They're going at it right now. No one's been able to penetrate each other's defense. They've tried big-time plays on both sides defensively by not only the defensive players, but by the keepers. Kirsten Roy for the Blues, Ricky Ann Sarens for the Shamrocks. Now the sun starts to poke out again as it starts to get later in the afternoon. Wind picks back up. And now breaking way down the field by herself, that's number 6, Kelly Katangian. Catangent now challenged by number 4, Katie Ticehurst. And Catangent, I'm telling you, does not like to be corralled like that.
9 now, make it half a 9.
So Catangent was moving downfield. From behind came Katie Ticehurst and just did that, tied up Catangent, and Catangent just did not like it. So foul was called against the Shamrocks and moved back down the Blues. Back out on the far sideline are the Blues as they send the ball downfield. Now racing for the ball, Jill Pearson. And right there, Stacy Roberts for the Shamrocks. Now picked up. That should be a penalty call, and didn't hear a whistle because Vanessa Clark was grabbed and thrown to the ground by the Shamrocks. They're just going to call it a throw-in. Now getting away with it is Kim Abamonto. Nice ball downfield. Picked up back by Zanetti for the Blues, and now scramble for possession at midfield. Substitution for the Shamrocks coming out, number 27, Kristen Rowe. And with the jersey numbers on their back, we'll have to wait until the player coming in turns. And immediately we see it's number 14, Stacy Dillard. So Dillard, fresh legs for the Shamrocks. Ball remains possession of the Blues. Renee Peterson with the throw-in on the far sideline. Ball squeaking by, and now on a breakaway by herself, looking to take a shot on goal. And right there, good job. So it was Lisa Casey, who will be going to Sacramento State, broke away with the ball, trying to dribble it downfield, but give credit to the Blues, and especially Christine Gluck, who came out from behind and took the ball away and drove it out of bounds. No score, Blues and Shamrocks. So will be the Shamrocks ball coming in on the far sideline. Throw-in is not going to go very far. This wind is really whipping up right now. Bad timing for a throw-in. We'll see how far she can get it. It kind of dies halfway and picked up and cleared out nicely by the Blues. It will remain the Shamrocks ball, and they'll go back. So what happens is on that far side, mentioned it earlier, anybody with the throw-in that's trying to get distance is going to have a tough time because the wind is blowing right in their face. Amy Ayler is going to have the best opportunity because with that flip throw-in, she's got most mustard on the ball. Foul called as the linesman helps, signifying it by raising the flag. And for the Shamrocks, they'll put the ball down. It'll be up to them to put the ball back into play. So they're going to be looking for a headshot, indirect kick coming up. Shot on goal and a high diving Kirsten Roy. She jumped vertically very nicely. She's got some really nice sure hands. Now bringing it down, driving the ball downfield, Hamoud. Hamoud with a nice pass, now all by herself. And cleared out by the Shamrocks. So what looked like an opportunity with Vanessa Clark right there for the Shamrocks was Stacy Roberts. And I'll tell you what, two big kids is number 18, Stacy Roberts, and number 10, Kim Abamonto. Both now doing a great job. As a matter of fact, it looks like they've switched positions, and Abamonto now in the midfield area with number 18, Stacy Roberts, back deep as the stopper. Now going after it is Abamonto, the junior for the Shamrocks. Right with her is Janelle Jesme. 30 minutes passed. We're inside the 10-minute mark. And no score still in this girls under 18 National Cup Finals. Remember, 2 years ago when these two played after regulation play, it was 0-0, and it was the Shamrocks in overtime that was able to put 3 on the board. But right now, both teams look exceptionally strong, and both of them have got great keepers. Kirsten Roy for the Blues, Ricky Ann Sarens for the Shamrocks. And it's going to take a great picture-perfect textbook play to try and penetrate the defense of both of these teams. Now trying to use the whole field, not quite enough mustard on it as it's picked up by Gia Leonardo. Racing forward, Corrine Bryers for the Blues, and Bryers sends it back. Cleared out back to midfield. Good effort by Roberts. And now taking the ball back for the Blues is Ticehurst. Ticehurst goes down, and that's going to be a yellow card issued. Number 7, Megan Orrick, issued a yellow card by the referee. Didn't like what he saw on that one, and of course what we talk about is after the ball has released or been left or been passed on, there's no use trying to trip or even just have contact with a player. And so in that case, the referee felt that both players were no longer in a position to have contact because the ball had moved on. There's a nice foot on the ball by Megan Orrick outside the touchline, and that was a good heads-up play by number 12. That's Lisa Casey, who had the smarts to be able to put the foot on the ball and get the Blues player to have the last touch of it. High throw in. Down deep in the corner, trying to keep it in bounds, Orrick. And now fighting for control, 2-on-1. Gluck is down there. Peterson is down there, and for the Shamrocks, it's Casey. Ball goes off one of the Blues players, and so the Shamrocks take control. So it is going to be a throw-in from the far corner. Another good high throw that time. A lot of action right inside the penalty box area. Ball still free, looking to be cleared by the Blues. They do that. Nice ball back out, but picked up by the Shamrocks to move back to the corner. Peterson versus Ayler, and Ayler once again takes control of the ball, and she'll have her patented flip throw in, and we'll take a look at it right now. It's been a delight to see her do it. She does a good job at it. Amy Ayler with the flip throw. Cleared out by the Blues. Shot from way out, right there, the hands of Kirsten Roy. Nice ball as it crosses midfield, taking control of the ball, Peterson. Whistle given to Katangian, and Katangian is a really aggressive one. Nice ball, bending, what you want to see, looking for some action. Hamoud was there. 2-on-1 defensively. Good job by the Blues to cut that ball off. Now it's free. Nobody is there for the Blues, and so it goes right into the hands of Ricky Ann Sarens. Back there for the Shamrocks was Roberts. Nice ball, drives deep, taking a big bounce. Now picked up by Leonard. Leonard in the corner, looking for a crossing pass. Can't get quite a good foot on it. That's going to go outside of the goal line and will be a goal kick for the Blues. So Hugh Donald, coach for the Blues, and Rich Amamoto have got their teams firing on all cylinders. They're butting heads at every part of the field, and these are two top teams. As you can see, it is going to be a close one all the way down to the wire. Within the 10-minute range, we're down possibly to 5, not quite sure as the clock was started. And there's a long-distance mailer from Kim Amamoto. Nice race for it. Slide tackle, and that'll be a yellow card by Megan Orrick. Megan Orrick, slide tackle causing number 5, and of course now with the feedback from Megan Orrick, she's given the red card and she is told adios and she's out of the game. Megan Orrick given the red card. So tempers are flaring, the emotions are high as this is a very, very important game for both teams. Each of the members on both teams, they're going to have other games to play. Many of them will go on collegiately, but right now all they care about is putting a W in their column for their team, and both of them are going at it very nicely. Clark now being challenged by Mora. Nice trap by Hamoud. Tripping called. Now I'll tell you what, he was grabbing for his yellow card. If Hamoud would have gone down, he would have awarded a yellow card to the Shamrock player, but Hamoud, with her balance, was able to stay upright, and that really is what kept the Shamrock player from being carded and given a yellow card. So Marisa Zanetti. Nice ball, looking for a header, just passes, shoots, and scores! So it was a nice kickoff by Marisa Zanetti. And it went right past a charging Blues player, only to be picked up by another Blues player. And the Blues go out in front, 1-0. So there was a lot of commotion right in front of the goal box on that kick by Marisa Zanetti. It was bounding, and when I saw it, it was a Blues player that just missed it. But in a group of players, another Blues was right there and was able to put it in. We've yet to be able to find out who was given credit for that. We'll continue to research it and give you some feedback before the game's over, hopefully. But the bottom line is the ball is in the net, and that is an official goal. And so the Southern California Blues, with literally just a few minutes left, go out in front of the Shamrocks, 1-0. And now the Shamrocks trying to move downfield. Pass outside, picked up by Gia Leonardo. Now down deep in the corner. Good effort by Lisa Casey. Now it's 3-on-1 defensively in favor of the Blues, and finally the whistle is blown and the ball awarded back to the Blues. And so the ball awarded now back to the Shamrocks, and it's Stacy Roberts who will be going to Loyola Marymount. Big girl, got some strong legs. She'll be able to send the ball deep. Looking for some header action, and it's headed all right, but it's by a Blues player. And looking for a clear out. Nicely done by Hamoud. It goes way down there. Nice effort by Twyla Kaufman, who's now in the game. Kaufman, one of the juniors left on this Blues team. It was a charging Sarens who thought she was going to clear the ball out, and it went right off the body of Kaufman. Ball awarded back down to the Shamrocks, and they're going to be moving down. So the throw-in comes from the sidelines by Ayler, right outside of the goal box area. Now it's cleared out, and trying to pick it up is Kaufman. Now back out to Susie Mora. Mora will be going to USC from the Shamrocks. She sends the ball back down. Now it's loose, and driving into the corner is both Katie Ticehurst as well as Ann Giulianardo. Outside of the touchline, the ball awarded to the Blues, and they'll move the other way.
Come on, Jill, hang in a bit.
Nice ball downfield. Hamoud, and good job by Stacy Roberts. And it's sent out of bounds, and that was a nice ball downfield. The Blues will pick it up and try and do the damage once again. Pearson, good job by Katangian as she sends the ball out. Time is winding down here. It won't be surprising. Hamoud looking for a shot on goal, wasn't there. Cleared out by the Shamrocks, and there is a tackle. Yellow card awarded and given to Katie Ticehurst. Not really awarded, because I'll tell you, Katie really didn't want it. But Ticehurst given a yellow card. This has been a clean game. Both teams playing very cleanly and aggressively. Now cleared out by Warner. Warner will be headed to USC when she completes her senior's work. Nice ball back out to Pearson, being challenged by Giulianardo. Giulianardo versus Pearson down deep in the corner. And so the ball awarded back to the Shamrocks, and they've got a lot to do in a very short amount of time as they're down 1-0. And as the sun comes out, it starts to set here in San Diego, California. And for one of these teams, the sun will set, and it won't be a happy sight. Both teams have played fantastically together, but right now, it's the Blues out in front 1-0. And time is ticking away for the Shamrocks. So, with approximately 3 minutes left in the game, it'll be Amy Ayler who will be going to USC with that patented flip kick of hers. She'll do the flip throw-in for possibly one of the last times in her career as a Shamrock. Goes right back out. Abamonto trying to clear the ball across the face, goes off of the player. And so a corner kick looks like it'll be coming up for the Shamrocks. This is what they want. Kelly Katangian. Katangian in the deep corner looking to try and put the ball deep. Now she's going to have to drive it deep. The wind's blowing right at her. She's going to have to put her full leg into it so she can get it into the box area. Doesn't quite do it as it gets hung up in the air. It's still Abamonto. Oh, what a save. Comes back the other way. So for the Blues, Abamonto turned around and put a shot on goal. And you got to give credit to number 13, Christine Gluck, because there was a diving Kirsten Roy, but not sure whether she would have got there in time. Gluck was right there near the near post and was able to clear the ball out. Oh, my. Nice throw in. Now looking for a setup. Sit downfield looking for someone to clear it. Ball takes a bad hop and so can't get it, and it's cleared out by the Blues. And so for the Shamrocks, that might have been their only chance to tie this up as the Blues defense starts to stiffen once again. But it's never over until it's over. And the Shamrocks continue to try and fight down in the Blues territory. And are trying to put together an offensive attack. And for the Blues, breakaway time being challenged. Hamoud by herself will not be denied. Hamoud with the shot and saved. So Hamoud was moving all by herself, had been challenged, got away, looked like she was going to have a shot on goal, and Stacy Roberts of the Shamrocks came up big time and caused the interference. And that is the whistle, and what a game it was. A game of skill, a game of aggression, a game of defense. It was late in the second half on an initial kick by Marisa Zanetti that was taken by a header and aimed towards the Shamrock goal. It went in, and that's where we end this game. The girls under 18 National Cup champions, the SC Blues, defeating the Mission Viejo Shamrocks by a score of 1-0.
Dad, did you get my shoes?
State Cup Committee. They've been good to us. I want to congratulate the Blues. You guys deserve it. You beat the three toughest teams, Santa Anita, the Blazers, and ourselves. And we've been eliminated by the national champs the last 2 years, and maybe we will be again if you guys go all the way. Good luck. I don't think I'll even talk about my team because I think I might start crying here, but it's been a great 8 years, and they've done it all, and they worked hard. And Lisa. Stacy Dillard. I think I'm going to hand it to you guys. Peter Glavin. Corrine Inouye. Susie Mora. Kristen Rowe. Sydney Leonard. Megan Auroch. Angie Leonardo. Kelly Catangen. Rick-Ann Sirens. Kim. Megan McLeod. Okay. Amy Ayler. Stacy Roberts. By the way, that's the first state cup game we've won and lost in 8 years to a team our age, so congratulations. It's hard to take. Adna Rogers. Kathy. That's it.
Now wait, we got 2 more things and I don't want to forget them. Let's see. First, of course, there's the Reebok ball from our state sponsor, Reebok. That's to add to your collection, your team, and your club. Okay. Don't forget we got the fair play award tonight. This is the award for the coach. I know you have more than one administrator on your team, and I guess they're going to share it for bringing you girls to the finals, coaching you all year.
Megan, do you need a ball?
All right. Now,
What is this color here? Oh, it's silver.
okay. Snickers, who is the national sponsor, provides and wants us to issue at each state cup final the Fair Play Award to one player on each team. This is an international award. I have to say one word of apology. We do not have here today the number of plaques necessary to give to you to take home. However, we do record your name and we will mail it to you. So, the choosing of the player from their team is up to the coach of that team, and Rich knows about this, and because they were told about it in the letter, and he's prepared, I know, and he's going to give a few words about his awardee. Then we'll use this for the photo op, as they say, and then we'll mail you the one that you have been awarded.
Okay, I'm going to give this to a player that after high school could hardly dribble the ball. In the last 7 weeks has turned into a real dynamite player in the field for us, Sydney Leonard. Good crying, kid.
Now, turn around, take a picture.
Thank you and good luck.
Okay. Of the SoCal Blues. The floor is yours.
Ladies, this is sincere. You're the reason we work so hard. You act like champions, you play like champions, and you have the character of champions. And we had to work tremendously hard. Like Rich said, I think this is the first time you've lost, but you made us, but you forced us to work twice as hard just to catch up. And it went our way. It could have went either way. So hopefully you take that attitude with you to college, because I'm looking forward to watching you play there. And in my book, you're still champions. So congratulations on a great season. It just went our way today. Okay, good luck. Snickers.
Yes.
Okay, ladies, at the start of the season, we talked about having to prepare for a national championship because we knew this is what these guys were practicing for, and you did it. It took time, everybody believed in what we were trying to do, and we all found the character and the pride to get to this level. Okay, so I'm very appreciative of what you did. This is just the first step. Let's enjoy it, and then let's get to practice next week and work on the next step. Okay, so congratulations. Renee. Kareen. Vanessa. Janelle. Shelly. Carrie. Kirsten Roy. Marisa. Andrea. Jill. Tice. Katie Tice. Summer. Always smiling. Okay. Her dad's here, she wants a handshake. Twyla. Christine Gluck. Congratulations, the big head. Heather Aldama. Not everybody? What, can I just take the rest? No, I can't just take the rest. Keeping you on your toes.
Whatever you want to do with the sponsored ball from Reebok, that's up to you, and then the Fair Play Award.
Yes, sir. Okay, ladies, this is important to me because it's fair play, and I think this girl, it doesn't get a lot of credit from anybody but us and our organisation, and I think she's the key to our success. Okay, Andrea Warner. Plus, she's the best pub. There you go, Doc. Congratulations.
First, the award to the coach, memory of this state cup.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And one more thing. And Snickers award to the team.
Snickers in it?
No, I wish there was Snickers in it, but never mind. It's not good for us.
Coaches.
It's This, of course, you'll be having at regionals in those games that you'll be playing, and whoever wants to come and take it away, it's a two-person job.
Thank you very much. Can I get the rest of the minute?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And then don't forget to sign it.
Okay. Okay, wait. Bill, do we have to get a picture taken before I get the girl? I want to just get the girl.
So we have two of the superstars on this SC Blues team. Sitting next to me, closest, is Heather Aldama. Seated next to her on the other side is Carrie Blodgett. First of all, I saw you limping over here. What happened today?
I sprained my ankle like last weekend, so it's just sore.
Well, I didn't see you hobbling out there during the game. Is it something that you put out of your mind when you play, and then maybe the pain overcomes when you're all done? You can have time to think about it?
I don't know. I just wanted to play through it because I wanted to play, so still hurt.
It still hurt out there, but you were able to. Well, congratulations on the courage to go out there. And Carrie, congratulations. What is it that your team did today that helped get that win? I mean, what was the one thing that you think, as you look back on it, that was the cause for you guys to come out on top today?
I think we just had a lot of heart. We've been waiting for this game for a long time. We played them last year in the finals and lost, and we knew what it was going to take to win, and that's what, I mean, we just went out there with everything we had. I think that's basically it.
Was there a team goal then to go out and kind of get revenge on this team this time out?
This is my first year on the team, so I didn't play last year.
But what about, did you hear the talk from the other teammates that had been here last year?
Yeah, well, we just wanted to win. Like, I don't know, it's our state cup finals, we wanted to win, so.
Go ahead.
I think for the people that have been on the team since the beginning, I mean, I've been on the team since the beginning, and they're just really our rivals, and we've faced them in a lot of finals, and we really, really wanted it this year because they've had it before, and we haven't, so. I think
Well,
that's
you guys did fantastic. You're out there and did take it away from them, so congratulations on a great win.
Thank you.
Two more superstars on this SC Blues team. Seated next to me is Christine Gluck, and on her right is going to be Renee Peterson. First of all, congratulations on a great win.
Thanks very much.
What is it that you think that you do best that helps this team win like it does?
I just came on this team this year, and I feel like we've brought ourselves together over the last year. Like when I first got on here, I felt like we were separate, and now I feel we're bonding and fighting for each other.
From the standpoint of athletic ability, what is your strong point in soccer? What is your strongest athletic ability that you bring to this team?
For me, the strongest and funnest for me would be marking man-to-man on the defensive end. It's fun. I enjoy that.
And then for you, Renee, what is it that you have most fun when you're out on the field doing?
Scoring, obviously. Winning games and shutting out the other team.
Why do you play soccer? What do you get out of it?
It exhilarates me. I don't know.
Would you ever think about, now you're going to be going on, aren't you, to play in hopefully a collegiate career?
I'm playing at Cal State Fullerton in the fall.
Now, is it something that you've done all your life? How long have you been playing soccer?
Like 10 years.
Now, for yourself, Christine, do you play other types of sports besides soccer?
Yeah, I run track.
What events do you participate in track?
Hurdles is what I enjoy. I also do the heptathlon.
Really? Well, congratulations on that. How about you? Do you play any other sports?
I used to play softball for 6 years, but now I'm just focusing on soccer.
How hard is your coach on you during practices?
At first, we get to practice and we show up. It's pretty fun, but when practice starts, we're pretty much focused. He doesn't have to be too tough on us.
Well, if there's one thing that you didn't have to do anymore that you could take out of the practices, what would it be?
Sprints.
You know how often people say that. I tell you, you probably like sprints because you're used to it in track. Well, listen, congratulations on a great win, and look forward to moving on to the Nationals, correct?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
You're not on yet.
Well, I'm on air, so get ready, girls. We've got 4 more of the super talented blues players, and your name is?
Shelly Ferris.
Marisa Zanetti.
Katie Tysers, number 4.
Summer Hamoud, number 15.
Let's start with you. What do you think is, what makes this team so talented? What is it that they all blend together and to prevent this win today, or have this win?
I think everyone has a lot of heart, and we all want it, so we all come together with that.
When you say come together, what does that mean? I mean, is it just talent?
I think we work hard for each other, and we work together well, and then it all comes.
Well, let me ask you the real question. Do you guys ever get on your nerves?
No.
You never get on each other's nerves?
No.
Really? Well, that's great.
I agree with that one.
Well, we'll move down to you in just a moment. Next to your right is Marisa Zanetti. Now, you actually had that place kick. It was bending, and it turns out it was Twyla that took that. Do you plan that? Is that something you practice all the time?
Yeah, we do practice set plays, but it came through during the game, so it worked.
How important is this win to you?
Very important. We've been striving for this win for State Cup throughout this whole year, and our next goal is to win regionals and then to win nationals.
Experience, does it count or pay off when you go on to regionals? Let me ask you this question, is because it's important, is you can have first-year players, which you guys do have some first-year, you have some very seasoned veterans. How important it is to have the seasoned veterans on a team?
I'd say the veterans definitely bring out the best in the other players. I mean, they've been there before, they can, they have experience under their belt, and if you've got a veteran yelling at you, telling you, you better, do this for me, as I know this happened in the game. I was yelling, hey, do this for me, and this is my last year, and I think it motivated a lot of people to bring out their best.
Sarah Mahood on the end, correct? Summer, I'm sorry. Did I say Sarah? Summer. I got your last name right, Hamoud. Sarah, Summer. You're talking about motivation. Do you hear the fans on the sideline when you're out on the field?
I think I may concentrate on a few fans in particular, especially our coaches from the different levels of the Blues. I listen to them because, I know that they want the best for us, and all the style of coaching it's just like having more coaches on the fan side. So I may listen to them in particular, yeah.
Is there any talk among the other players on the other team? Do you ever talk back and forth out there?
Definitely.
Was that going on today?
Oh, there's a lot of trash talking going on out there. Whole lot of it.
But basically it's scoreboard, baby, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
What are you guys looking forward to doing now? You're going on to the Nationals. Is it pick up practice time right away next week?
We have the next week off, but the following week we have practice.
How hard is your coach on you guys at practices?
He's pretty hard. He makes it fun, though, so we all want to work hard. It's not him always pushing us. We want to do it for ourselves also.
Well, you guys did a great job for yourselves, for your parents, for the team. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you very much.
Continuing our parade of superstars on this Blues team, your name is?
Kareen.
And?
I'm number 18.
Let's do it. Let's say your last names. What do you say? Your name again. Let's start over again, okay? And your name is?
Kareen Briers. I'm number 18, thanks.
And you are?
Janelle Jesme, number 7.
And you are?
I'm Vanessa Clark, number 9.
I'm shortstop.
Out on the practice today at halftime, what did your coach tell you as a team?
As a team...
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you listen to your coach when he talks?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what did your coach say at halftime?
He said... You want to help me out with this one?
He said if we just work as a team and we can win this game, we can I think we're so much better than them. We work together, then we could beat anyone.
Well, what were the fundamental things that you knew you had to do to beat the team today? Ooh, question right towards the middle.
We couldn't give them corners or throw-ins.
What'd you think of the? Let's see, who was it? Was it? It was Amy Ayler who did the flip throw-ins. Did that impress you? Impress you at all?
No, because you've seen it before.
Yeah.
Oh, but it was impressive.
What?
Not really.
No.
No.
Okay, it did not impress you. Well, let me ask you this. What is the one thing that you do out on the field that usually impresses people?
I'm a forward, so I usually just go to the goal and try to score.
So that's got to be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, what's the one thing that you did out there today that you feel most proud about yourself?
Work with other players on our team, just work passes to try to get it in.
Now, how long have you been on the team?
For a year.
Okay, and how about you?
3 years? 3, I think.
And you?
1.
1 year. So we have 2 somewhat new individuals. Were you both aware of this rivalry that you had with this team?
Yes.
So
when we first came on the team, we knew that they always had competed against each other strong,
Yeah. Crosstown rivals.
Crosstown rivals. Do you guys go to school with any of the other teammates on the other team?
No.
No. So you guys are separated from that. Well, you guys did a great job. Congratulations, and good luck to you as you move. You're going on to where?
Salt Lake City.
Oh my God.
Have you ever been to Salt Lake?
No, I haven't.
but I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Yes. And how about you? Have you been to Salt Lake before?
No, I haven't.
How about you? Oh, so it's going to be a wild, thrilling experience in Salt Lake City, isn't it? Absolutely. Hey, congratulations on a good game. Thank you. Continuing our parade of super athletes on this Blues team, we have right next to us is Kirsten Roy, correct?
Yeah.
And we have Andrea Warner.
Yep.
Well, let's start with you, Kirsten. Now, rumor has it, now this is a rumor only, but rumor has it that you possibly used to be on the Shamrocks. Is that true?
For a little while.
For a real little while. Did you play goalie for them?
Yeah.
But now you're on the cool team, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about when someone's charging at you, driving the ball into the box? I mean, what goes through your mind?
I have to stop the ball.
Well, you do such a great job of it. Is it a natural talent, or do you really have to work hard at practice?
I work hard at practice.
Yeah.
Some of it comes, but both. Yeah, I have to work hard.
Well, let me ask you this question then. When a shot on goal is coming at you, do you have your eyes open or closed when the ball's coming at you?
Open.
We hope so. And next to you is Andrea Warner. What's the one thing that you guys did as a team today that helps you with this victory?
I think we pushed up and played really hard defense, and that was the key to it.
You guys were very aggressive, were able to take control of the ball. What was the one thing that Coach had said to you guys before the game started that he wanted you to try and accomplish?
To win, and if you want it, then just go for it.
During practices, does he teach you anything new, or does he let you just try and refine your skills that you already have?
Kind of both. We do tactics and skills and just everything. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely, it's fun to win. And see, it wasn't so hard answering those questions, was it?
No.
Congratulations on a great win, both of you guys.
Thank you.
Seated with me is head coach Hugh Donald. Congratulations on the win. Who do you think it's more important to, for the girls to win or maybe the coaches and parents?
Well, I brought this up at practice and the girls thought I wanted to win it, but I felt we're the more talented team, and the only way you get that recognition is to win the state cup. So we set out to win it so that everybody would realize what I already know, that we're the better team.
What is it that your team was able to accomplish today that allowed you to get this victory?
A lot of character. We use a word called want. They wanted it. They wanted every play, they wanted every throw-in, they wanted every tackle, and we've been working in that all year. It's a prideful thing. These guys that we play, they're champions, and you have to prepare to be a champion if you're going to beat them. So we've done that all year, and that's really the reason.
Mm-hmm. What is it that, as a coach, whether it's a boy or a girl that's going through a team that you're head coach of, what is it that you hope that they gain through your coaching?
I hope they gain a respect for the game. I hope they grow as a person, because I'm more an individual. I work on the characteristics of each individual player, and then I mold that into a team. I try to get them to know them personally, how they're working at school, how their grades are going, all that kind of stuff. And I make it important that class and character is two critical factors in it. You win with class, you win with character, and you lose with class and character. And as long as we have them, and we come off the field, I'm happy, I want to win. But they're the two important things to me, class and character, and I feel we have a team that epitomizes that.
I agree with you. A great class act today and a great win. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, Coach Hugh Donald said it all. It was a team that has class and character, and they displayed that out on the field today. It was a very, very tight game, but finally it was broke loose. It was Marisa Zanetti's kick from a placement that went over the wall of the Shamrocks team, and right there giving credit to Twyla Kaufman, who put the header on the ball and into the net. The final score in a close one is 1-0. The Blues crowned girls under 18 National Cup champions right here in San Diego, California. On behalf of George Langevin Sports Video Productions, thanks for watching the Game of the Week. My name's Dan Williams. We'll see you again.